Okay, recording. You can see the recording thing up there?
No, actually.
You can't see the button that says it's recording?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it is. So we are recording on the facilitator training. We can see it, and maybe that's the difference between the paid account and not.
Interesting. Oh, wait. No, does not show me anywhere.
Okay, it should be in the top left corner. Okay.
Okay.
Lesson learned.
All right. So I am talking with Laura Hess. She's a master certified coach and procrastination buster with Push Where It's Easy. Thank you so much for sitting down to talk to me, Laura.
Oh, thank you too. Hey, Sheryl,
Yeah.
could you introduce yourself too?
Sure. My name is... No one gets to know who I am. Sheryl Green, and I am actually a professional speaker with Still Inspire, and I'm also a radio show host with Something to Chew On. So all about pop. So Laura, tell me a little bit about what you do at Push Where It's Easy.
Push Where It's Easy is a company that is designed to work specifically with women and get them to where they really want to be in their life. And the whole concept is that I don't know any woman who is not in overwhelm, overload, or being overworked.
Oh, yeah.
Me included on occasion. And Push Where It's Easy is all about doing what you do best, but finding the easy way to do it. It's why do we need to keep pushing upstream? You know, I'd rather go with the flow, and there's almost always an easier way to do what we do.
Absolutely. And I think we've all been trained to believe that good things take a ton of hard work and
Right.
It's painful before we actually achieve something.
Yep. If it's not hard, it can't be worthwhile.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So I like that. You kind of identified the easier route,
right,
the worthwhile one.
Right. And the tagline of my company is because struggle is only one option. And in my book, that's not the option we want to choose.
I prefer that option. Thank you.
Me too. It works far better.
So what got you into doing this and working with women? What was the driving force?
The bottom line is that I relate to women far better than I do to men. I love men dearly, but when it comes to speaking the language that I speak, women understand me and I understand them.
Yeah.
And I knew that as a solopreneur myself, and I've been working from home and for myself since the mid-'80s.
Okay.
And I knew the path that my life had taken and what was missing for me. So when I decided to move back into coaching and taking up Mastermind, then I knew I wanted to serve the people where I felt the greatest need. Mm-hmm. And that's the women in business that I know.
And working with women it's a very different experience than working with men. Can you go into that a little bit?
Well, if you just think about how women connect, we connect from the heart. And one of the things we do best is help each other. Right. And given the opportunity, women will step up to the plate and help each other get what they need, solve problems, even, roll up their shirt sleeves and pitch in. Right. We love to share our experience. We love to help somebody else who's in need. We love to be together, and so much of us get juiced from being with other women. And what better way than to work together too? So men tend more to be very straightforward. They don't connect from the heart. They connect from the head. And I spent plenty of time connecting from the head in my CPA days, dressing up like a little man with my bow ties and my pinstripe suits. And it was like, I don't need to go there anymore. Right. And I wanted the heart connection that had been missing for far too long in my life.
It's good because women need that support that only other women can really provide for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for me, one of the things is that I know that when women are facing challenges, very often the first thing they forget to do is to reach out to their friends. And it's the time when we need our friends the most.
Right.
And with the work that I do, because it's a group of women, and women become fast friends when they're working together and they're sharing a lot of intimate details, that group is always there.
Right.
They don't have to reach out because the group is already there and they're working with them on a regular basis already.
Mm-hmm. And now you've also started a women's business group for that purpose. Can you tell us about that?
Well, initially, the Women's Business Council of Southern Nevada was formed initially because myself and my partner, my founding partner, felt a void in the marketplace for us. There were plenty of places for women to go for networking.
Right.
But there didn't seem to be a place to go for women to be together and grow professionally, to have education opportunities, to be connected to community and being able to contribute that way, and to just overall be part of something. The Women's Business Council has sort of taken on a life of its own, and we don't do networking per se, although the way women operate, we get to know each other, we get to trust and love each other, and we share business. It happens sometimes at meetings, sometimes not. But at meetings, what we do is we have business discussions. So we're growing ourselves professionally. Okay. We're connected to a local nonprofit, Hearts Alive Village, which is an animal rescue organization. And we work for them on their behalf. And we have built in a large social component to what we do too. So we're connected on a whole lot of different levels. And the women seem to love it. I guess the best testament to that is when it comes time for renewal, they renew. Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Well, and it's good. A lot of networking groups, at least that I've gone to, are just about shaking hands, handing out business cards, and who can you tell me that I need to talk to? Who
right.
Can I talk from?
And you get your 10 minutes of fame once or twice a year, but nobody really gets to know each other.
Right.
So yeah, we've gone much deeper.
This is more about building relationships.
Yes. Which is what women are good at.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And obviously I'm going to love that philanthropic component. Always.
I'm loving it already. Yeah.
So, all right. So now I've been told that you've got some new endeavors out there that you are moving into create masterminds. What is a mastermind?
A mastermind, well, if you're familiar with Napoleon Hill, he is the one who who brought masterminds to popularity. He wrote the book Think and Grow Rich back in the 30s, I believe.
Right.
And one of his first principles of what makes a successful life is a mastermind. And it's a coming together of two or more people to work for a committed purpose, and that purpose being the success of each individual member. Okay. And this is a case of where the sum of the parts is greater than, well, how does that saying go? You know what it means. The power of two minds working together is greater than one and one.
Right.
And that's the whole concept. So that's what I'm doing with Push the Envelope, and it's just for women, and it's women in business. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So what if I was going to join one of these groups, what could I expect to get out of it?
Let me ask you a question in return.
Sure.
What is the thing that is most missing for you right now in your business life?
Probably clarity.
Okay. What would it be worth to you if you could get clarity by brainstorming with a group of other women who understand what you're going for?
That would be great to kind of have that brainstorming. I like that idea.
Right. And so what happens in a mastermind group is you, as a member, you get to sit on the hot seat and share what your current challenge is.
Okay.
And everybody in the group works together to give you advice, ideas, share their own experiences on how they had the similar problem and how they overcame it or solved it.
Okay.
So you're getting the shared experience and wisdom of everybody there.
Okay.
When your hot seat is over, then you will get a chance to, let's not do anything just yet. Didn't expect that one.
Can they see me also? Like the video you're going to put on your website, are they going to be able to see me also?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, because I'm trying to decide like where to look.
Yeah, they're gonna see you because it's recording the two of us together right now.
Okay.
I don't know if they're gonna leave a message or not. So.
Time for me to take a drink. That's
yeah, take a drink. I'll take a drink too.
Anything in particular that you want me to ask to open the way for anything?
I don't think there's anything specific. I think we just, and it should be okay now. I think we're looking to just make sure that there's some clarity about what a mastermind is and what they're getting from it.
Okay.
Let me move my chalkboard here so I can see my notes.
Okay. Oh, a chalkboard. That's brilliant.
Well, it's a whiteboard actually, but the concept is there.
Yeah,
My old school went to chalkboard.
When I was making my videos, I kept going like this to look at my computer.
Oh no.
Horrible.
Yeah, and I have the whiteboard so I can put it on the easel.
Right.
Because we've got the stand also from our work.
Well, smart.
So it's just like right behind me so I could see it.
That is smart.
Yeah. And maybe why I named it Push the Envelope.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now I forgot where we left off.
We were talking about the hot seats. So you'd get off the hot seat but I can do you want me to just ask you over again, like what you get out of it?
Okay.
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 Laura, for women that are interested in maybe joining your mastermind group, what are the benefits going to be for them?
Well, let's turn the question back to you. So, Sheryl, what is the biggest challenge that you have in your business right now?
I think the biggest issue that I'm having is clarity of business plan.
Okay. And so if you came into a mastermind group and you had a group of committed women all focused on you and your challenge, and they were brainstorming with you about ideas of how to gain that clarity. They were giving you advice on what you needed to solve the problem. They were sharing their experiences about how they had the same challenge and how they, in fact, overcame it. Would that be of benefit to you?
I think that would be huge. When I'm in a speaker's class right now and in a writing class, and the biggest benefit is not necessarily what the teacher's saying, it's the feedback from the other students. Yeah,
because they're in your shoes and they know.
Exactly.
So every time we have a mastermind, each member gets a chance to sit in what we call this hot seat, and she's going to bring her challenge. And then the rest of the members are going to provide that kind of brainstorming so that when her time in the spotlight is over, that she will have likely had insights about how to pursue her challenge and resolve it. And before we complete the mastermind in whole, that she will have an action plan that she will be held accountable to. Okay. For the next time we get together as a group. And so not only does she have the brainstorming component and she gets to benefit from all of the experience and wisdom of the other women, but she's also going to be held accountable for what she has said she's going to do. So when we have the mastermind next time, we're going to ask you, so Sheryl, how did it go this week? Mm-hmm. And you get to come clean and then present with your next challenge, and we work upwards from there.
And I think that's huge, that accountability component, and having people check in with you and see, you know, did you do what you promised to do? And we're actually we're gonna hold you responsible for it.
It is. I think that's one of the things that's missing. And in fact, going back to Women's Business Council, one of the things that we built into the group early on, because members said they wanted it, was we're all very good at setting goals. Yep. But we're not very good at following through with them. So we have a component in every meeting for accountability of, did you do what you said you were going to do at our last meeting? And I think that's one of the benefits that members like the most.
Yeah, it's helpful knowing that you're going to be responsible, and you're going to have people checking in on you, and
somebody's actually going to ask, and they actually care.
Yes. Yeah. What you called the mastermind group "Push the Envelope."
I did.
Where did it come from?
Well, everything that I do has push in it, because it's, you know, push where it's easy is my umbrella company. So Push the Envelope. When I was naming it, I was looking for a way to really say what it is. And the whole concept of Push the Envelope is about pushing beyond the limits of what has been done already. So Push the Envelopes is about our members really going beyond the limits that they perceive or have set for themselves, and really taking it to the next level, whatever that looks like for them. So it's like having no boundaries.
Okay. Do you want to clarify that? Because we always talk about boundaries as being something very important. So I don't want people to get the wrong idea about that.
Okay, well, there's two different concepts and boundaries from the coaching world that I come from. The boundaries that I'm talking about with Push the Envelope are the ones that restrict us from achieving success. So it would be the walls, or the doors that we haven't been able to unlock. Those are the boundaries that I'm talking about moving beyond with Push the Envelope. Okay. From a much different coaching perspective, the boundaries that we talk about are those or limitations we surround ourselves with intentionally to prevent unwanted behaviors from being able to reach our hearts.
Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, so two very different perspectives on boundaries.
Right.
Yeah.
So how long is this program for? How often do you meet? What are the logistics of it?
Push the Envelope will be meeting twice a month for 45 minutes to 2 hours at a time. It's an open-ended program. So there are some mastermind groups that have been in existence for 5-10 years, and they continue to go strong because members get benefit. There are other programs that are 90 days, 6 months, a year. I think that the groups actually self-determine how long the program lasts. Okay. As long as members are willing to come together and there's something in it for them, they'll stay. And as long as I, as the facilitator, can continue giving them what they need and providing the forum for them, then it will go on. Okay. You know, typically in coaching, I work with my clients for 2 to 5 years. Oh. And ultimately, that's what I want to see the masterminds do. I know the benefit of being with the same group over an extended period of time. You just get to know each other so well. Mm-hmm. I think there's tremendous benefit to that.
It sounds like it becomes almost a second family.
It does. It does. I think that's what happens. Again, go back to WBC, our women's group. I think that's what happens there, that we are an extended family right now.
Yep. Yep, you support each other with the emotional and the business and the drink.
Right, exactly.
So, and now I've actually heard of masterminds before we spoke, so I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I've heard a lot of very wealthy people. I mean, I know, I think Richard Branson has actually spoken about masterminds, and it's somebody might actually see it as a sign of weakness that you need that kind of support system. But some of the wealthiest and most successful people out there are actually involved in these.
And if you ask any one of them, they will attribute their success to their masterminds. All of them, from Ben Franklin forward, Andrew Carnegie, Edison, even Napoleon Hill, who wrote the book, they will all say that one of the things that has gotten them to where they are is their involvement with the mastermind, because the power is in the bringing of the minds together. Mm-hmm. If you want to, my tagline for Push the Envelope, if there's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with a group. And I combine that and say, if you want to go farther and faster, go with a mastermind.
Yeah. Who's your ideal kind of member or candidate for this program?
I'm looking to work with women in business. These are the women who are either self-employed or working at a level within the organization that they work for that makes them capable of making decisions for their own time and how they do their job. So if they're under somebody's thumb and they don't really have the power to change anything there, this particular group is probably not for them.
Okay.
But it's the women who are out there working in the corporate environment and feeling frustrated, the ones that are self-employed feeling isolated, those who are homepreneurs who just don't get out much. Yeah. One of the benefits is that we'll be doing these masterminds by video conference, just like this. So you could be sitting in your car parked and do the video conference from there, or from your kitchen table, or from your office desk. And as long as you have a video cam and access to the internet, you're good to go.
And a shirt. You want to make sure everybody's wearing a shirt, right?
Well, yeah, that's one of the disadvantages to video conference. I have to actually get dressed and make sure my hair looks presentable, which is okay. I'm willing to do that because I feel that strongly about making this difference for women.
I'm sold. I know I can always use the support and the encouragement. How do we get involved?
You get involved by, first of all, there's a screening process. Just because you want to be involved doesn't mean you're in.
Come on.
No, it's not that easy. I have an application form that anybody who is interested can get access to. It's not on the site yet, but it will be. And if you download that and then you send it to me and then we arrange a telephone conversation, at that point you'll find out whether you can be part of this or not. And a lot of it is because of the commitment that is involved in this. I mean, the group will be counting on you to be present at every mastermind. That's why it works. So if you can't absolutely commit to the twice-a-month meetings, if paying the fee for the mastermind is going to be a hardship for you, then it's not okay for you to suffer to be part of the mastermind group. So the biggest challenges that anybody has to be able to say are not challenges for them is time and money. But then I want to also have a conversation with you to make sure that your psyche, for lack of a better word, is in the place it needs to be to actually gain from being part of a group like this.
Okay. I always like to ask people, is there anything that I don't know to ask that I should be?
I probably should have been ready for that question. But I don't think so.
Okay.
I think if you're not clear on what a mastermind is, or you've been involved in a mastermind in the past and we're less than satisfied, don't let that be what deters you from joining one.
Okay.
You know, there's a difference between a mastermind group that's set up by just anybody because they think they can run a mastermind.
Right.
I am actually a trained facilitator for mastermind facilitation.
Okay.
And it's like being a master certified coach. There is training and there are skills. And it takes that training and skills to be able to keep a mastermind group moving forward in the direction that we're intended to go in.
Mm-hmm.
And without those skills, often a mastermind will fall apart. And unfortunately, an awful lot of people have experienced a less than fulfilling mastermind group. And I don't want that to happen. I think every woman in business can benefit from this. It's a question of, are they willing to do what they need to do,
right,
in order to make it work for them?
And are they ready?
And are they ready? A very big piece, yep. And that's why the one-on-one conversation before we even start.
Right. And
then once you're a member of the group, there's a lot of material that you will get by being a member that I've created. You know, there's a success journal that we'll use throughout the process. There's action planning steps. There's guides to help you get ready for your hot seats so that, again, you can maximize the time and really get what you want. During masterminds, there'll also be periods of specific training in skills or business concepts.
Okay.
And then a couple of times a year, we'll do live events so you can come and mingle with your fellow members. And again, we'll do hot seats and training at those things.
Okay.
So I want to pack as much in for my members as possible. Mm-hmm. Again, I want them to take over the world. So whatever I can do to make that happen.
Wonderful. Well, Laura, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me and dealing with the online conferencing. That's we're all learning with it.
Yes.
So I wish you the best of luck, and I know you're going to get a great group of people in there.
Great. Thanks, Sheryl. I appreciate it.
Take care.